Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to geek out.
Awesome. Well, today we're tackling the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6.
Ooh, this one's been generating some serious buzz.
Yeah, and one of you lovely listeners sent in a review you wanted us to take a closer look at. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dissect this thing, see if it lives up to the hype. Is it the future of smartphones or just a super expensive gimmick?
A very shiny gimmick, I have to admit.
For sure. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's lay down the basics for anyone who might have missed the memo. We're talking about a foldable phone here. Yeah, you heard that right. It folds in half.
But not like those clunky old flip phones we had back in the day.
Right. Think more like futuristic, sleek design, almost like something out of a spy movie, you know? And when you unfold it, bam, you got a tablet-sized screen. Pretty wild, huh?
Definitely pushes the boundaries of what we think a smartphone can be.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start with the design and build of this bad boy. First impressions. What do we think?
Well, right off the bat, Samsung seems to have really addressed those durability concerns that have plagued earlier phones.
Yeah, that was always a big question mark for me. Like, are these things going to hold up in the real world?
It seems like they've beefed up the hinge. It feels way more robust, smoother, too. And did you see that it's got an IP48 water resistance rating now?
Oh yeah, that's a big deal. So accidental spills, maybe getting caught in a light rain shower, you're probably going to be okay. Always a good thing. Peace of mind and all. And, got to tell you about the color options. I mean, navy, silver, classic, but they've also got pink. A pink foldable phone? Come on, that's kind of cool. Black and white, too, of course, for the more minimalist folks out there. But, okay, let's get to the heart of it. That 7.6-inch main display. I mean, this is what everyone's talking about.
It's a beast. They really went all out with the specs on this one. Dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X, 120 Hz refresh rate, 2600 nits peak brightness. I mean, it's a mouthful just to say it.
Right, like what does all that jargon even mean for the average person? Break it down for us.
Okay, so imagine this. You're scrolling through your social media feed, or maybe reading an article online, and everything just flows smoothly, like butter. No lag, no stuttering. That's the 120 Hz refresh rate at work. It basically means the screen refreshes 120 times per second, so everything feels super responsive.
Okay, that makes sense. So buttery smooth scrolling, check. What about the AMOLED 2X part?
That's all about the colors. Think vibrant, rich colors that pop off the screen, almost like looking at a high-end TV. And with 2600 nits of peak brightness, even if you're outside on a sunny day, you're still going to be able to see everything clearly.
Wow, so no more squinting at your phone trying to read a text message on the beach. I like it. It's almost like they're trying to make this a mini TV replacement.
In a way, yeah, they're blurring the lines between these devices. But don't forget, you also get that 6.3-inch cover display for when you don't need the full tablet experience.
Right, right. So you can still use it as a regular phone when you're on the go, and then unfold it for those times when you need more screen real estate. Best of both worlds, I guess. But all this fancy display tech, it's got to take some serious processing power to run, right?
Oh, absolutely. And this is where things get even more interesting. We're talking about the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy. It's their latest and greatest processor, specifically designed for these top-tier Galaxy devices.
Okay, latest and greatest, but what does that translate to in terms of actual performance?
Think lightning-fast speeds, effortless multitasking. You can have a ton of apps open at the same time, no problem. Plus, you've got 12 gigabytes of RAM to keep things running smoothly, and you can even get it with up to 1 TB of storage.
1 TB? That's insane. Like you could practically store your entire digital life on this thing.
Pretty much. No more storage anxiety with this phone, but beyond the numbers, it's how it all comes together. This phone is a powerhouse, whether you're a hardcore gamer, a productivity ninja, or just someone who likes to have a million tabs open in their browser.
All right, let's shift gears and talk about those cameras because, got to document those Instagrammable moments, right? And the Z Fold 6 is packing some serious heat in the camera department. We're talking a triple rear camera setup, 50MP wide-angle lens, a 10MP telephoto with 3x optical zoom, and a 12MP ultra-wide.
It's not just about megapixels, though. It's about the flexibility and quality this setup offers.
Yeah, break it down for us. What can you actually do with all those different lenses?
Okay, so the 50MP wide lens is your workhorse. That's going to give you those crisp detail shots, great for everyday photography. Then you've got the 10MP telephoto with 3x optical zoom, perfect for capturing those far-off subjects without losing any detail. Think, wildlife photography, or maybe you at a concert trying to get a good shot of the stage.
And the ultra-wide.
The ultra-wide is your go-to for epic landscapes, big group shots, anything where you want to capture a wider field of view. It really lets you fit more into the frame.
Okay, so that's the rear cameras. What about selfies? I mean, got to keep that Instagram game strong.
Of course. And they haven't skimped on the selfie cameras either. You got a 4MP under display camera, so it's hidden away when you don't need it, and a 10MP cover camera.
So no matter which way you're using the phone, folded or unfolded, you've got a good selfie camera ready to go. Nice. Oh, and I almost forgot, this thing can also shoot 8K video. And it's got HDR10 Plus support.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal for anyone who's into mobile filmmaking.
I mean, I mostly just film my cat doing silly things. But does that mean my cat videos are going to look like, Hollywood productions now?
Well, maybe not Hollywood, but 8K is going to capture every detail, every whisker in stunning clarity. And HDR10 Plus basically means you're going to get better colors, better contrast, more lifelike images. Your cat videos are going to be on another level.
Aha, excellent. All right, now for the big question that's probably on everyone's mind. Battery life. All these amazing features, a huge, bright screen. It's got to drain the battery pretty quickly, right?
It's a valid concern. You've got a 4400 millimAh battery in there, which, isn't the biggest we've seen.
Yeah, but is it enough to get you through a full day of use?
From what we've seen in the reviews, yeah, you should be able to get a full day out of it, no problem. Samsung's done a good job optimizing the software and hardware to make it more power efficient. And of course, you've got fast charging to top it up quickly if you need to.
Phew. Okay, good to know. No one wants to be tethered to a charger all day. All right, last but not least, let's talk about the software. We've got Android 14 running the show here with Samsung's One UI 6.1.1 on top. What's the deal with this combo?
Well, they've really tailored the software to take advantage of that foldable design, so you can seamlessly switch between apps on the cover display and then unfold to have them expand onto the bigger screen.
I saw a demo where they were on a video call on the small screen, and then when they unfolded the phone, the call seamlessly transitioned to the big screen.
Exactly. It's that kind of smooth, intuitive multitasking that they're going for. And then you've got things like Samsung DeX, which lets you connect the phone to an external monitor and keyboard, basically turning it into a desktop computer.
Wow. So many possibilities. It's really like having multiple devices in one. And of course, it's got all the latest connectivity features. Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3, USB Type-C 3.2. You're basically ready for anything. Overall, it sounds like this phone is a pretty big step forward for foldable technology.
Yeah, it really pushes the boundaries of what's possible, but it also makes you wonder, with foldable phones getting this good, do traditional smartphones even have a future?
That's a really good question. I mean, if you can have a phone that folds out into a tablet, why would you even need a separate tablet anymore?
Right, and as the technology improves, who knows what other kinds of form factors we might see in the future. Maybe rollable phones or phones that fold in multiple ways.
The possibilities are kind of mind-blowing. But I think that's a discussion for another deep dive. For now, I hope we've given you a good overview of what the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 is all about. Thanks for joining us today.
Until next time.